Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to find someone to work for me, and I ended up finding someone.
Good.
All right. Then at 8:07, let's call to order the City of Denison Main Street Incorporated Board of Directors meeting. Are there any public comments? Items for individual consideration. Let's receive a report, hold discussion, take action on the approval of the minutes from the Denison Main Street Inc. Board of Directors meeting held on July 23rd, 2026.
Hello.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the July 23rd meeting.
Second.
Thank you, Kathy and Lucas. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Those meeting minutes are approved. All right, let's receive report, hold discussion, and take action on submitting a grant application to recap the history of Music on Main.
It's kind of a documentary concept. We've done several, from some of our local legends to Reba's concerts in the area. So just documenting the music history. And so the Braun Foundation locally would be the most likely to be able to obtain that. Usually I ask for $5,000. I think that would be enough.
Motion to approve.
I second.
Thank you, Lucas and Kathy. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, approval to apply for the grant has been approved. With that being the end of business for the Main Street Inc., I now adjourn the meeting at 8:09 a.m. Let the record show, Hunter has showed up. Late.
I am late. Better late than never in my world.
But sooner than Zach usually gets here. All right, at 8:10, let's call to order the City of Denison Main Street Advisory Board meeting. Are there any public comments? No, she's pretty quiet today then. All right, let's move on for items for individual consideration. Let's receive report, hold discussion, take action on approving the minutes from the July 23rd meeting. You'll find those on the following page. Page 3, starting on page 3 of your packet. Thank you, Rebecca.
I'll second.
Thank you, Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, those minutes are approved. Let's receive report, hold discussion, and consider updates regarding sponsorship outreach and board member support for downtown events and initiatives.
So each month I've tried to have a different twist or more information on this, and I don't this month. My plan had been to bring a survey to just kind of gauge your interest and what part you might could help with, like if maybe you can't do all the parts of it, but you would like to choose one part. So I will do that in the next few days and send it out to you. If you could please take the survey, it'll be as short as possible.
On to item C, let's receive, report, hold discussion, and take action on the proposed list of events for the 2027 calendar card.
Sam worked up next year's dates for us, and we haven't heard back from the different entities. Let's see. Diana, who did you send to our stakeholders meeting? Yeah. So she was going to get with you on these dates that, like Fall Festival, we know it's the first Saturday in October, but we just want confirmation from you. Same with all the events. We're still getting confirmation, but we wanted to run it by you to see if there's anything else that we put on there. One thing that's new is the twilight shopping. So we're going to put that on there, that we're going to do that every Thursday night. And Grant has a new thing on the first Thursday theme nights. I'll let him tell you about it.
Yeah, this was, you may have seen me post in the Downtown Business Owners group. This was at our national conference. I attended a session on just different events and kind of things. And one thing that I thought was really cool, it was a program that was in Camas, Washington, but there's other cities that do it also. It's a theme, theirs was the first Friday, but it was just called their First Fridays. So every first Friday of the month, it was a themed thing for downtown. It can be anything. So they had it's like a Jurassic Park theme, like a Clue theme, fairies or whatever. But it was really cool. This is something that they've built up for many years, but the stores all dressed up for it. People came to downtown dressing up for it. So it's just a cool way to engage people to come downtown. And then I thought it would be, talking with our promotions committee, we thought it'd be a good idea to tie it in with Twilight Shopping. So that first Thursday we'll have themed nights. We'll have it promoted whatever theme we want to do for the whole year. So that'll be on the calendar. So I made a post, but please get with me if you have any ideas or suggestions on themes you'd like to see for downtown. I'd like you guys to be excited about it in your stores. So please let me know what gets you excited, and we'll put that on the calendar.
People.
Yes.
People night, people night, people night. So I think if there's anything that you would like to see removed, then we could do that, or question. Lucas, on the let's see, the Christmas at the Depot, that's on here at the 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna keep it.
So I don't see small town, there it is, December 11th. So, yeah, just please confirm with Sam. Yeah.
When do they have to have these events to you?
Yeah.
We really need to have it ready for approval at the September board meeting. So this was just a draft, just to get you thinking about it and get all our different partners thinking about it. So I would say if we could.
15th of September?
Yeah.
Where is those progressive dinners? Is that not an event anymore?
George.
They're in.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see
We'll
it.
have to switch the date just because it's Easter week. I was like, oh, I'm echoing. Yeah, good call.
Is it a lot to add another for fall?
We're not able to do one for fall. We don't have the budget. So, I know.
What if you had a sponsor?
Is First United interested?
Well, I don't know, maybe some restaurants might want to
Yeah.
sponsor
Just
it.
that we have to pay all the restaurants, and I don't have any more money in my line item for that. So,
Yeah, if you haven't heard, the city's having a very flat budget year. So, I think I mentioned it before, we're going to lose 50,000 funding for our events. So that means we have to get more sponsors for that to keep even the same level of service. And we have New Heritage Park, which we want to do more and great things in. So that's why we need more sponsors for that. So if we could find niche sponsors, you know, like some that wouldn't sponsor everything else, that was just interested in that one thing, that's my goal.
Can we add, I don't know who would do it, but could we add like a margarita march like downtown McKinney does annually? Because everyone looks forward to it, and that town is so crowded for it.
So Margarita March.
Margarita march in like May, so something annual that it happens the same time every year. Yeah, it's a lot. It's like
It could be around Cinco de Mayo.
yeah,
It's in May.
sometime in May. Like May 22nd doesn't have anything. Huh?
So they have a separate company that runs all of those. SVG Hospitality does all of the McKinney, like alcohol strolls in Allen and Plano and Frisco.
What do they do? Like, are they
They're the special event planners for it. So they organize the event, take the ticket sales, get the vendors, all of that on behalf of the city. And the city is just a venue.
So are they like a DDI that's in the city, or?
Kind of, but they profit off of it, I believe.
Yeah, it's a for-profit business. They just organize all of those events on behalf of the cities.
What are they doing next year?
We could always reach out to them and see what it would cost for the city to have those events too. But I mean, they've moved up to Salina, so
Yeah.
surely we're not that much further north.
I know I went to a meeting, and there's a lot of McKinney shops looking to purchase, in downtown Denison.
Yeah.
We're their next stop, and we're already here, so we might as well establish that now.
And they do a great job with those events too.
Mhm.
I know the Margarita one, they had like 20-something stops.
Yeah.
It got a little insane, like we couldn't even finish.
I mean, the whole town benefits from it,
Yeah.
and it's a neutral source. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see it. It'd be worth a shot.
Yeah, I can reach out. I do have a contact for them.
Is that a revenue generator for the host? Or is it just, thank you, we're getting another event that bring people downtown?
I can ask them. I don't think the city makes much off of it. You can just hold it for me.
Makes all the money.
Yeah, I think the city benefits because they don't have to plan all of these events. Yeah, and then it just helps all the businesses there, so there's the economic benefit without the city having to put too much into the planning.
And it's a neutral professional source that is not downtown that hosts it.
All right. On to item D. Let's receive a report, hold discussion, and consider quarterly business owner gatherings for November 2026 through November 2027.
So for the past couple of years, we've tried to have a quarterly event for our business owners. And so we're looking at something for November. Last year, we had Jingle and Mingle, and that was hosted at the Pullman at the George, and I think it was pretty successful. Of course, we had the win of the award right before there for the best Texas downtown, so we did some photo ops and stuff. We don't have anything fresh. It would be up to the businesses to come to that. So we can start with that as our last quarter unless somebody else has a better idea. And that was in November. February is easy. It's our awards. And then May, the April, May, we did the block party. What did we do this
I think we missed that one. But then we have the Good Morning Downtown that we had, excuse me, this month for the third quarter. Yeah, if you weren't able to come, that's our kind of our round table where we bring in different partners like the Chamber or DDA, Arts Council, just to talk about the incentives and things that they have for downtown. So if you're curious how to get involved with DIA or something, you can talk to the Arts Council, or if there's a cat problem, you can talk to DOG or those kind of things. So it's been, we had a little bit less of a turnout this year, but I think it's still a really meaningful event that people get valuable information from. So unless there's opposition, I think it's a really good event to still have.
We need to get, sorry, my phone's going off this morning. We need to get board involvement at those when you can. I know, Melissa, you said you had first day of school or something like that, so it's not where everybody can come all the time, but it sure would help our attendance if we had that. The last 2 years I've targeted new businesses, and so I've reached out and invited personally the new businesses because, they wouldn't know about it unless they just skim over it and reading some of the emails. So that was primarily the ones who attended this year was the new businesses. And it's always good to have some existing businesses to mingle with and welcome the new businesses. So anyway, I guess that's up for discussion, what we do, and if somebody's got better ideas. But like the police department, inevitably, I have somebody ask me right after the meeting what we can do about skateboarders and bicycles on the sidewalks, about, running over pedestrians. And it would have been a prime opportunity to voice there is an issue at that meeting face to face. So please take advantage of those opportunities that we try to provide you with. But anyway, that's all I have. Just if y'all have got better ideas or like those ideas.
No, I think it's a wonderful thing to have, especially those. I think those have been around for a while. They're less reluctant to come because it's the same meeting. I've done it. I've voiced my opinion on this, or this got fixed. But especially for our new neighbors downtown, it's a very beneficial space and event. Any more discussion?
So do we want to set a date for this, the quarterly, the last quarter?
Yeah, the fourth quarters, I don't think what do we want to do there?
Yeah, it would be good to set a date. We'll look at the calendar and put it on next year's. It won't be in the printed calendar because it's just for business owners, and the printed calendar is really for visitors and residents, but we will put it on your calendars and let the businesses know about it.
Will there be one this November?
Yes, that's what we need to set the date on.
A lot of the stores do have Stokes, and they do have the jingle thing from the, what is that, Junior League? The following week, and then the following week is Black Friday. So, just to keep in mind that Wednesday through Sunday is crazy for retail.
So is Tuesday maybe a better day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just because
probably
it's
that.
city events, yeah.
Probably that first week would be best.
The third?
We're going to the Texas Downtown Conference.
Yeah, I think that's fine for me anyway. Event wise.
It's DDI board meeting, but maybe we could get DDI to join us at night.
Send a delegate. Send a delegate.
They're getting ready for the board meeting. They gotta sit up and get ready for lunch and everything.
Get ready on Monday.
I know my board meeting, but I'm like,
What about Mondays? No?
Yeah, it's okay with us as long as we avoid council meetings. Right.
Or we could do Wednesdays and have it at Landon. Have wine night.
And,
And have
And-
wine night.
okay.
Veterans Day.
We could also celebrate that.
We don't need a reason to celebrate necessarily, do we?
Friday the 13th, and bring the tattoo guys in.
Try again.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So the council meetings are 9. Well, I don't. Yeah, so the 9th would be okay. I've always avoided Mondays because it seems like a lot of the businesses are closed and it's hard to get a reminder. But if y'all will, if you think Mondays is good, I'm definitely not opposed to them. And if you will help generate interest, like, oh, I'm going to this, it's going to be great. That would help with the reminders. I guess business owners check social media on Mondays so we could put out reminders.
Yeah, and I would say we probably should do Outlook or email invite meeting type things. That way it's not, oh, by 11 o'clock, like that was
Yeah.
this morning.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go to that, but, Okay, so what, November 9th? Okay.
Oh, are we doing a morning one this time? This one would probably be a nighttime. Yeah. Okay.
Now we just need to find a place.
All right. So let's move on to special project reports. First, music friendly.
We've been mostly, again, like previous months, we've been talking about the Rhythm and Rails Festival. That's on September 12th. It's going to be all over downtown. We're really excited about that one. We have the wine walk on the 5th, the week before. We're going to have, worked with one of our attendees in our music friendly program who coordinates our buskers. So we're going to have buskers downtown during the wine walk too. If you remember last year, we implemented that and I think it really added a lot. So that was nice. So we'll have that again. And then we have the Creatives Care. This is that program we talked to y'all about by Read Health a couple months ago. The Arts Council is kind of like the leader for that. They are working on that. They're hoping to have that ready by next month. So they were tied up with the getting the desk and easel, the old desk and easel, and all that kind of stuff ready for their new building. But they're back focused on that. So we're really excited about that, and we will give you all information as soon as we can if y'all want to take advantage of that for business owners.
Just a heads up on the 12th, I know it's already set, but it might impact things, but there's 8 local homecomings on the 12th.
For Rhythm and Rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's already planned.
Like the streets aren't gonna be closed, right, for
Nope,
restaurants?
it'll be open. It'll be all in restaurants. The only thing that's closed per se is we're with Heritage Park not being open. The parking lot across from the depot is where the stage will be held at. But other than that, everything's open.
Because I think you have a lot of limo buses coming through.
Yeah, it'll be open. They can experience some music if they want.
Isn't Chris Romaine and them closing down the 400 block for a block party on that day?
For Rhythm and Rails,
Yeah, it's at that night.
they're blocking the street.
I think.
Yeah, there's not been a CERT application,
Okay.
so they'd have to have it in the parking space and on the corner there. They could potentially come through CERT, but their time's running out.
Yeah. Okay.
And I let them know that, so I think it shouldn't be a surprise.
Fair. I'll ask him.
All right, on to the D3 project report.
So we're narrowing down. We do have a date for our, I'm trying to think of the right word. I always want to say groundbreaking, but it's the dedication is easier, of Phase 2 and Heritage Park. So that will be on October 15th. The mayor chose a Thursday night because you're open on Thursday nights, and so he wanted to honor that and try to draw people in. We're going to have a concert after the ribbon cutting, and so that should also help draw people down here, and hopefully make them aware of our Thursday night events. We have our own. I think they have some. I don't know. Okay. And of course, we want y'all and all the ambassadors to come. Yeah. We are very early in the planning stages. So that's basically all I know. We are going to have a private time for the fire department and the families of the fallen firefighters. They'll have a memorial in the corner of the park. And so we're going to have a time prior to the 4 o'clock, like maybe at 3:30, for them to view it and have some words and things like that.
And that plaque and whatever's gonna be ready.
Yeah. And the dates, last Friday we opened Burnett, and September 8th we're supposed to open Fannin. And the remainder of it is just, the alley too on September 8th. And the rest of it is cleanup work, Heritage Park work. They will do some cleanup work during that time. So, do you have any questions that I could answer?
What band is playing that night? You said you had a concert? Who's playing?
Well, we don't know yet. If you have any requests, you could share them.
Reba.
Yeah, well, that's a great idea. That's, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Well,
So in case y'all didn't know, earlier in the year, I went on one of my ADHD, hyper focuses. It was like, I'm getting Reba. I'm finding every which way, trying to find connections every which way possible. It didn't happen. It was about a 3-day focus, and I was like, if I didn't make it happen by now, it's not gonna.
there's still time.
We believe in you, Jen.
Challenge accepted.
We believe in you.
All right, and have no movement on Doc Holiday. It hasn't started back up yet, or just did this week.
We actually did. We had a meeting this week for Doc Holiday, and yeah. Yeah, and honestly, I think that was one of our most productive, like the first meeting, we're normally just kind of, getting set up. But I think we had a lot of meaningful discussion. And we also are working with our Bass Reeves reenactor. He's wanting to be more involved, just to help him plan that. So that was really nice to have him there, and he shared some good contacts for things that we could possibly do and bring. So it was really well.
And it will be nice to have events without the streets blocked and have to work around them, won't it, Diana? So we're going to enjoy a year of that.
And then any movement on Eisenhower birthday?
I've got, if y'all want any for your businesses, I've got enough to.
But this will be on October 10th. We'll have the Eisenhower Memorial, the brick dedication at 9. Then at 10 o'clock, we'll move to the birthplace and have all the festivities there. They're adding a farmer's market this year, so that should hopefully bring in some extra interest to the birthplace. So come on out. We also will be, I don't know if y'all saw, but we did, when BC Thomas came, I had filmed something with Kurt, an interview with him. So we'll also do that with Eldon George, so that's here this time. So 2 SR-71 legends that are here the last 2 years.
On to committee reports. Do we have an update from Denison, downtown Denison Inc.?
Yeah, we have our mixer coming up, a business mixer, September 8th. I believe it's going to be a copacetic cowboy, just for all of our members to come get engaged, get excited for all of our fall events, because we're getting into peak event season for the city and DDI and everything. So super exciting time of year. September 11th, I believe, is our Harvest Sweets and Styles. It's going to be more of a targeted. September 12th, sorry, is going to be more of a shopping targeted event, just keeping people moving around Main Street, visiting all the stores, supporting everybody, and then some sweet treats involved as well. So that's going to be awesome. And I think that's just kind of where we're at the moment. Did I miss anything?
Who's in charge of the Monsters on Main? Who does that?
That's us.
Okay. Is there any special things going on because of it's falling on a Saturday this year? Halloween?
Yeah, so we talked with DDI if we need to move it earlier just to not compete with the pub crawl. They were fine with keeping it at the same time, so it'll be the same. I think we start at 5:30 and then the costume contest at 7. So yeah, the main street will be shut down, but we'll have the park, of course. So we'll be playing music from there and having stuff on the screen.
So you suggest everybody close at 5:30 and start handing out treats at 5:30?
Yeah, that's the plan. Yep.
7.
Are we sure the co-mingling of the
Yeah.
pub crawl and do we need to move it up? What time is the candy and all that supposed to start?
We're gonna hand out liquor.
Yeah. We had,
Just get like little fireball bottles for everyone. Don't discriminate, kid, adult.
we had crawlers early last year, and as wild as all the kids are on Main Street, I don't know if that's a great idea.
We can still talk. I mean, we haven't promoted the time yet or anything, so we can still talk to that. We had reached out to Derek, or I think Donna had brought it up to a meeting. And there was an issue, but if y'all feel there is an issue, we can still move that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, what would you recommend? We kind of just thought it was going to be crazy regardless. But
Yeah.
no,
We were
it's
just like,
gonna be
no, we're all
crazy,
in.
but like, I remember literally looking out at Main Street, and there was like hordes of children, like where you could, it was great.
It's the most.
They had the best time, but I feel like I'm gonna have crawlers, that's a nice way to say it, out before 7, and people,
Yeah,
oh my
they
gosh,
started-
yes.
It was like 2
But
or 3
then-
o'clock last year. People were drunk coming in.
Yes. Well,
Derek-
we don't,
You getting more stuff, you sold out.
What?
You ran into the store to get more stuff, you sold out so fast.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I just don't know competing and trying to navigate huge groups is gonna be conducive for the crawl.
What's the official start time?
But do you hand out candy to kids too?
I tried, but they don't come to the 100 block. I had candy, but they don't block us off. They only block 200 up.
Right.
But I mean, you gotta think, what, Devil Egg Co., Copacetic, Landon, all y'all are on this end, and if people can't get in, they're gonna go, ugh. And then it's gonna, I mean, the pub crawl's gonna end with us and the George, if that's the case.
I mean, it was pretty much going all day last year, wasn't it?
I mean, is there a way maybe then to coordinate something in the 100 block for alcoholic beverage, you know?
No, because the rest of us want that
establishments
traffic too.
to just scooch instead of a crawl, like a scooch on the 100 block? Because it's, the thing that I get on Halloween is so many local families that don't usually come to me. And what I would hesitate is if there's a clashing of really great adult fun overload with locals that don't normally come to downtown. You know, like, I'm not, like, that's kind of where I'm like, can this be good? We want them to feel safe and.
I think you're gonna end up with complaints from families seeing all the
That's
pub crawls.
kind
Oh,
of where I see
absolutely.
Have they
Absolutely.
advertised the pub crawl yet? I mean, is it?
Oh, yeah.
But
I
on
think
the
it's
flip
all
side,
been
Oh,
the
yeah.
alcohol is like a huge draw for DDI. So there's like
And it's a moneymaker for us.
Exactly.
Like,
Could we
we'll
have
have,
it
I mean,
Friday
nearly double what we do.
I think they will.
My thing is like I feel like with Monsters on Main, a lot of they just come get the candy and then
Yep.
they leave.
Yep, they don't necessarily
Immediately.
shop.
It's more about like the sidewalk traffic,
Right.
right? Because the kids and the costumes and the things and, you know,
I
lots
feel
of
like there will be
fun
weird
little-
interactions, of course, on the street, but like the kids aren't gonna be going into bars where the
No, I'm
parties
not worried
are
about
gonna
that.
be
I'm thinking
happening.
about like the sheer number of locals that come downtown and their optics of like, you know, I want to speak family friendly and a little PG. So I guess is all that I'm thinking.
So it may be where, honestly, we need to move Monsters on Main up, like.
That's what I'm saying.
earlier.
We can move that. Like, people are going to come for the candy. The pub crawl
Yes.
obviously needs to be at night, but
Yes.
we can move that up. So,
So there was a big discussion about this in DDI, and Derek was willing to move the pub crawl to the 24th, but that's not what the board wanted. And I offered to move ours up to the afternoon, and the board thought that that probably would not serve the purpose and interfere with their business more, because they want to have the business day, the sales, before they shut down for it. So we could discuss like Friday night having the pub crawl if that's an option. But anyway, that I just wanted to point out that discussion has already been held, and so
I think a Friday night pub crawl sounds good. But
Well,
We
you're
used to-
talking football season, so.
it's not at
No, it doesn't.
home.
Yeah.
But how early
A
would
lot of it's
Monsters?
bye week for a lot of people.
How early would Monsters
Bananas.
be able to pass out candy? Like, what's conducive to that?
Well,
the candy passing out ends at 7.
yeah, it's not.
Streets reopen, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's not our, like, it doesn't matter what time we do it as far as we're concerned. I mean, you could do it at 4 to 5:30 maybe.
Does Denison PD already have an influx on that kind of day, like in downtown Denison, like of a presence?
They,
Because I feel like if we just spoke with them, I mean, Halloween, it's on a Saturday. This could be absolutely amazing for everybody.
Right.
And I think that if we could just talk to Denison PD and maybe there just be a heavier presence in Main Street, that people are going to be civil because adults are going to get to be kids on Halloween and the kids get to be kids.
they always have a booth set out to
Yeah.
pass out candy, but there's probably 3 or 4 officers that are there
Yeah.
always. So if there was an issue,
I mean, it will be chaotic, but I think it would be really exciting.
I do too, and I think the kids outweigh the whole family factor because
Right.
there's thousands of kids, and it's still going to be a family
Yes.
look and activity and a feel to it. DDI has posted the event. It says boutique is 11 to 4. And then the boutique stroll is 11 to 4. And then the crawl starts at 2 until midnight. Which is what. Oh,
There's no avoiding it. There's no reason
No.
to move anything at this point.
No,
It's posted at 2 to.
the crawl always starts at 2 though, and that's why there's early people. But could we do the Monsters on Main like 4 to 6? Just move it up an hour.
We could do it 4 to 5:30. Usually we just have an hour and a half. 5:30 to 7, 4 to 5. We could do it 4 to 5:30.
That
I
might
know,
work
as a
because you
ret-
might get the good in between of the early
Yeah.
crawlers and the late crawlers.
We just
Yes.
won't be, I just know that just on a personal, we're open till 6, not like a lot of stores, and it's homecoming season. We will not be closing our doors at 4 to hand out candy. Like, we can't afford to lose that 2 hours. I mean, you guys do what you feel is nice. We'll just wear our seatbelts and be prepared for the day. But we can't close at 4.
Well, if the streets are shut down for the trick or treat, then that would mean we would have to shut the streets down where your customers couldn't reach you. I mean, it would be harder for them to.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just feel like, the retail side of things have been through enough. Every hour counts this past year.
Yeah.
Do y'all stay open during the pub crawl? Do you stay open a little bit later that night?
We enjoy the pub crawl. The pub crawl is amazing.
I mean,
The
just-
trick-or-treaters don't bring sales.
Yeah.
So moving that up is hard for the retail people.
But I mean, you stay open later than 6 for the pub crawl? The
No.
businesses?
No, she goes and crawls.
No,
You're doing the crawl.
yeah, no, I just feel like even every hour counts, and if you guys already displayed moving it up would not be fair for a lot of the retailers, especially when, the kids are coming early as it is, and they're not bringing the dollars. Yeah, they're bringing the people, and they may come back, but they're not bringing what's gonna keep our store alive and up and running.
Right, and I think that's why we ended up just leaving it.
And just prepare for the best. I mean, we enjoy the crawlers. The earlier the crawl, the better for all of us. Last year was amazing, but it is. I get that's why I was just asking. It is what it is when it comes to. I just think the police presence probably would be good. My concern too is at 7 o'clock, the crawlers, having them go until midnight is going to help, because when we close Monsters on Main, I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but we've had a lot of teenage riffraff, hanging out, and we close our doors intentionally when we're out of candy, and they'll be straggling around. Having that pub crawl will help that, because there'll be an adult presence. Maybe not the right adult, but versus a bunch of teenagers just causing havoc, in late hours. Having the adult presence at the pub crawl it might be a great thing.
Yeah, knock on wood, I don't think we've had any criminal activity with the pub crawl. Not yet, anyway.
Not that I know of.
So I don't guess there's a perfect answer.
I think if times have been posted, we just need to stick to the
Yeah,
script.
Batten down the hatches, just warn your, crawlers that, hey, this is gonna be shut down for a couple hours. Might hold what you got.
That too.
Do you think that the crawlers walk from place to place?
Yeah.
So having the street shut down won't really affect them?
No, it'll just be trying to convince drunk people that they can't push through children.
But if the streets are
Honestly.
closed down, then you also have a full street to maneuver.
Yeah,
through,
you
too.
could walk on the streets.
Take out a whole lot of parking for a whole lot of people that day.
I mean, we were.
But it's
we were
Monsters on
busy
Main,
during the
it's
day,
gonna
but we
happen
weren't
regardless,
crazy.
though.
Yeah.
It was really more evening
It'll
time.
only be closed. Yes, I understand your point. It'll only be closed 5:30 to 7. Then it's back open. So
But it's gonna be closed regardless every year on Halloween,
Right.
for Monsters on Main, yeah.
We were pretty busy during the day on the crawl, but to be honest, it was more getting into that evening time. That's when the masses started to come out more, which probably would be to the end or after, the sweets and things for the kids.
And they don't get crazy until later.
So that
Yeah.
peace presence is
I usually
really
close
good.
at like 7 on that day, and you can tell that like you're gradually
You can
getting
tell when
drunker.
people started at 2 and it's 8.
Yeah.
And how loud the voices are down the hall.
Where do people normally park for the pub crawl? Like, just everywhere?
Probably just their starting
So,
spot.
a lot of people, I feel like, parked either 100 block or George or the in-between free lot, because they could start, do kind of a loop, end up at the George for the costume party, but I don't even know if we have we have an ending spot for DDI this year?
I don't think so.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that'll probably make a difference over where the
That-
costume contest is going to be, where a lot of
100%.
the cars will be.
Yeah, I don't think we've discussed that yet.
Yeah, I think parking's everywhere.
It's usually a sponsored,
Yes,
like
it is.
they have to pay for it.
I agree. I did see that lot across the depot and the George was packed instantly. So I think that's probably true. People start on that end. And
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. It'll
So
be
could you
crazy.
share again, what is the boutique stroll is 11 to 4, and then what is it advertised for the? Crawl starts
Until
at 2?
midnight.
2 to 12. And then Monsters on Main, 5:30?
Nobody's making it to midnight.
I will not until midnight.
Or 5:30, whenever you run out of King of Babies.
Yeah.
I think that's the longest we ever talked about a DDI report. All right, on to the Denison Area Chamber of Commerce.
Hunter, what did you say was going on September 12th? Did you have,
Rhythm and Rails is September 12th. And Harvest Sweets and Styles and the block party. There's like 3 or 4 different events.
Isn't that when-
And the 2-year anniversary, yeah.
when Linwood's doing his car show?
It got,
Okay, because he's going to be in that parking lot? I thought you were going to have something in that parking lot for Rhythm and Rails.
thought
He
he was
thought he
having
was
a-
having the car show there. We had our Back the Badge meeting last week.
I thought the
Yeah.
car show was on the 5th during the wine stroll.
No, we changed it because that's Labor Day weekend, and none of the officers could be there, and they want some of the board officers.
I think it got pushed to November. Because
Did he
came
move
to
it?
my Cars with Coffee last Saturday and we were talking about it.
About doing a special event,
And so,
November
well,
12th?
his normal car show.
Okay,
And I believe it's going to be in November. I know it's not September because mine's in the end of September. September 26th.
well, my email has September 5th, and we told him, no, you can't do September 5th, and so at the last meeting, he said September 12th, but I'll check with him and see. November 14th, okay. And they had asked if y'all might have something planned for that day,
September.
for November 14th.
Oh, I don't have anything planned.
Yeah, I talked to Derek, and he said he would take it to DDI and see,
Yeah, we're still discussing. that.
discussing it, okay. I'll let him know. Fall Fest, we've got about 100 booths sold already, which is getting close to full, because we don't like to put them super, super close, but we're looking at, I think we're going to cap it at 125 or so. We have about 10 food vendors right now, and we're expecting a few more that always come that haven't signed up yet. But we are a little concerned about, I mentioned this to Grant when I came in, there's not very many trash cans up and down the street. Will there be extras for that day? Will they look at that? I just noticed because I came across and I couldn't find the one on that side, and I had to throw away my gum, so whatever. But that's the only thing there. We don't have, did you see that electric map over yet, Sam?
Not yet, no, there's still finishing up some of it over there.
How soon can we get that? Because we're placing the vendors now.
I mean, as soon as they're still working on it, so I can go over there and look at it, but it's not exactly finished up, so I'm working on it right now. I would say probably another week, maybe.
Okay,
Hopefully sooner than that, but
okay. And then notifying the businesses, the loft owners. Last year we had 3 cars. One of them got blocked in. I don't know how that ended. The other 2, Lone Star Towing will move them for me for $200. They'll move them to a different spot as many as I've got. So they did that for us last year, but I don't know how to contact all those people. And they're putting the signs on the cars. I don't think that's really as effective because so many of them come back at night, especially if they're in the lofts. Okay.
There was
I'll-
one year y'all put signs on when I lived on Main Street, y'all put signs on every door.
Yeah,
And not
we
in the
weren't supposed to,
vehicle, but
we
on
can't
the
do
door.
that.
Oh, really? You can't do that as like a monthly news alert? or
They won't
something?
let us put signs on doors.
What about mailboxes?
It's against the law.
Interesting.
Yeah, we did. We used to put them on the
Yeah, 'cause
doors.
that's how I always knew.
Yeah,
when I
that's how
lived
they
here,
knew,
'cause it was
and
just always on the
yeah,
door
and
on
last
the
year
street.
we weren't allowed to, and that was the first year that we've had to tow 2 vehicles out.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was really efficient.
So we just need help with that part of it. That's pretty much the main thing for y'all that we're doing. And the Christmas parade. Christmas parade is Candy Christmas, I was told. And so we start with the Hot Cocoa Kids next week. And we're going to have 4 teams. We're limited into 4 teams, so I think it's going to be really good. That's all we got. Oh, our luncheon. Yes, our luncheon. On September 18th, we moved it to Friday because since we started having our quarterly luncheons at Parkside, their women's Bible study has doubled in size.
Oh, wow.
So they have 200 women come into Bible study the same day that we're trying to have a luncheon with 125 people. So we opted to move to Friday on the dates that they coincide at the same time. So it'll be Friday the 18th, and Kurt Chakowski will be speaking for us, talking about the capture of bin Laden. And if you haven't ever read his bio, it's incredible. He is an incredible veteran, and he's very, very humble. He didn't want us to focus a whole lot on his military career, but I was like, dude, it's good. But he's going to speak, and I think we've already got 70 tickets sold on that one, and it's going to sell out for sure. But if you want to come hear that, please do. It's the 25th anniversary of 9/11.
All right. Now from tourism/CVB.
Good morning. Just a reminder, we do have a brand new website that's published, so if you haven't yet, please check your listings and make sure that you're happy with the listing description, pictures, the hours are correct. And if there's anything that you see that is incorrect, just send me an email and we'll get it adjusted for you. If you do want to send us new pictures for your business, or if you need pictures taken, Ashley's able to do that as well. But we just want to make sure that you're happy with your listings that are on the website. We are doing a training later today to be able to teach y'all how to update your own listing information in the CRM. And so once we get all of that information, we'll be able to help y'all with that as well. Also, if you do have any upcoming events coming, please add those as well. So we have pages on both our site as well as downtown site for submitting events. We just ask that you make sure that the event description is really detailed and that you attach a picture as well. We've had to reach out to some people for some pictures. But if y'all get a chance, just go through the website, let us know what you think. If you see any incorrect information, please let us know so that we can get that fixed. We are also partnering with Open World Discovery. I think I've talked about that already, but Logan made a virtual scavenger hunt and adventures and challenges, so it's all over Denison. If y'all want to participate in that and have puzzles inside your business or like different offers or like giveaways or something like that for your business specifically, let me know and I can connect you with Logan and he can make you business specific challenges and stuff. The way his brain works, like for the puzzles, is absolutely insane, and some of them are really difficult. He's already created one for iKite, which is really cool because it's like interesting way to explore the Ike Hike downtown. There's added challenges and stuff with that, so we're really excited to see what people think. But for this to be super successful, we want total buy-in from our businesses that are on it. So if there's any promotions or giveaways or anything that you want or challenges in your business, let me know. We are going to start doing gift bags for Iron Root Distillery. So they have huge visitor numbers each month for tours and tastings and just people coming to Denison specifically for Iron Root. So we're partnering with them to do some like Denison bags. So if y'all have any promotional materials or information or anything that you would like included in the bags, you can bring that to the visitor center. If you want us to make something for you, we're able to do that as well and get them printed. But we just want to make sure that when people are coming to Iron Root, that they are also finding other reasons to stay in Denison. They're not just doing Iron Root and then back home or onto Choctaw or something like that. We want them to stay in Denison. So we appreciate anything that y'all can contribute to those bags. Our visitor guide is 99% complete. We're just waiting on a couple of more businesses to confirm like their names. Like the Arts Council, like we know it's going to be called Art House, but how do they want that displayed in the visitor guide and stuff like that. But we should have those printed and ready for distribution mid-September. And then the last thing I have, I've kind of been texting our team about the Progressive Dinner. So the earliest we could do it is mid-November. Unfortunately, fall is just super conference heavy for our teams. And so, and then we've got F1 that we're going to again this year. So we wouldn't be able to host anything until mid-November. If that's okay with y'all, then we can start reaching out for some dates and businesses that want to participate. Our plan is to make the total event longer this year, and then we'll have staggered start times as well. Yeah, we don't want 100 people coming into y'all's business at once again, but then we'll also utilize more of Main Street too. I think with the construction in the spring, we kind of just did like the east side of downtown, and then this year we'll be able to utilize all of downtown, and we'll probably just like let people pick like what restaurants they want to go to, and but it'll be staggered. If y'all want to do over 100 tickets again, let me know. But we're really excited, and thank you for having interest in it and loving the event. So that's good to know.
Promotion committee updates?
Sorry, Jordan, when do you need the promotional stuff for Iron Root by?
Whenever you can get it, yeah.
Okay.
The next 4 committees are in our packet, so if there's any questions, we can talk about them. But
I have to ask what fast cat races are.
oh, that's an annual event that's happened. I think this is the 3rd year for the Fast Cat event.
Oh yeah, that's the dog races
Oh,
at
okay,
Forest
yeah,
Park.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
read
Fast Cat
Fat
is like,
Cat at first.
yeah, it's like how they use, I think it's the timing system is what it is.
We figured we have the stray cats. We can have races.
All right, and then economic vitality, probably not there. We just discussed businesses and buildings being sold and such.
Yeah, we talked about potentially doing multiple of the Imagine the Possibilities tours. We haven't confirmed doing that or anything. It really just depends on what businesses we have available. one thing that I think we've talked about maybe changing next year. With this one, it's a pretty loose format. We can do whatever we want. So in the past, we've just kind of an open house. Anyone comes whenever. But I think the interest seems to be going more towards like a tour where everyone's going to the same spot at once. That way, maybe I'm not interested in this building, but I didn't have the set of eyes to look at it a certain way, that maybe that building would really work. So that's,
Be an invite only or registration required?
yes, registration required for sure.
For motivated buyers and agents and such and brokers.
Are you talking about the Economic Vitality Committee, the event where you go around and look at the open buildings and lots and stuff? A new thing to consider to
Yeah.
have on that, because I know my husband and I went, is the new laws and restrictions and things like that for downtown Denison. I know we had a lot of questions and no one was there that could answer them.
Yeah, so that was one thing. Yeah, we talked about having like our building officials there, and we talked even almost making like a 2-day event or like that night before, having all the realtors together so that they can discuss what they have and that kind of stuff. That way, everyone's just more informed during the event. But yeah, that's something that we can definitely.
Yeah, and like the historical board guidelines and things like
Yeah.
that,
For sure. Yeah. One of the things we've been talking about a lot in design is our sidewalk dining. Anyways, we had a plan for what outside dining looked like, and with our streetscape on paper, it just doesn't match. So we've been discussing how to better implement that in writing.
What were y'all considering for the signs and the banners for the polls, sponsorships?
Oh, we're going to be some of our polls, like the banners, are just getting old. So we need to order more. So this is just a good time to start redoing them. We talked about, that was a short part of the discussion. We talked about if we wanted to change like what the banners look like. Obviously, we don't have any like the Gamza logos or the Best Texas Downtown logos on there. So that's something we definitely want to incorporate on the banners. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
For the banners, I know the Legion over here at one point expressed interest in November putting up veterans that are from Denison and stuff like that. So that may be because they had money to put to it last year. And
Okay.
It was said that, they're already sold. So you may try to reach out.
They're
I'm sorry?
like this would be something that was just for like the Veterans Day parade kind of thing, like that weekend, or I'm making sure I understand.
I'm not sure. They just, I remember last year, I think it was October, the banners were brought up.
It would be cool to have like a veteran's picture on each one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they were wanting to do. but
That's something I can
they
bring.
were
I can
told
bring that
they
to the
were
next
sold.
design meeting and see if that's something we could do.
Okay.
That's a good idea. I know I've seen other cities like will do like seniors and stuff, that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit different,
That'd be
but
cool for me, yeah.
All right, and then organizational, looks like y'all looked at volunteers.
yeah, that was another with that themed First Thursdays. That was a way that I also thought we could incorporate more volunteers to help out with that kind of stuff. I think we have a hard time with retention with volunteers just because, festival season we have a ton of opportunities, and then the rest of the year we don't have as much. So that'd be something to keep volunteers engaged.
We will not have a director's report. Donna went to go meet with the Texas Main Street.
She will be off tomorrow. So if you need Donna tomorrow, call us.
All right, so let's adjourn this meeting at 9:11.
How are we looking for wine stroll?